Hello, I'm John Chambers, CEO and Chairman of Cisco. It's a pleasure to be with you today on the BITSConnect 2.0. It's hard to believe, but it was nearly a decade ago when you all set the example in terms of the importance of connectivity. Connecting, if you will, IP telephony, changing the way voice is transmitted, gigabit capabilities across the entire campus and between universities, and thinking again in terms of the role wireless would play. Today, you're doing it once again. You're making history in terms of how video will become not just the next voice, but the primary way in which we communicate any device to any content, any professor to any student, any healthcare organization to anyone throughout India. It's exciting what you're beginning to do and understand how the importance of video and pervasive video will completely change education and the way that all of us interface to technology. It will not just connect the campuses, it will connect the world. And it brings to life the power of an intelligent network. Intelligence throughout the network not only allows the processing capability or the storage capability or the network to be pervasive so that you have no idea where you're gathering the information from. It can be on the device, the iPad, if you will, in your hand. It can be somewhere in the network. It can be at a great university, or it can be in the minds of key professors and say, how do you bring this throughout your entire student body? The ability to capture this allows for a competitive advantage both as a university or a company, as a country, how quickly you can do innovation, and how you can operate with operational excellence that we've not seen before. In short, I believe it will completely transform education, healthcare, and the way the government delivers services to all the citizens throughout every country. An example of teachers or doctors, the ability to bring teaching capability not only to the best and brightest in your great universities and engineering organizations, but bring healthcare to every citizen within India at an affordable cost in a video type capability. But it allows you to begin to understand the power as you train your best engineering students and as you deliver your content to these students to understand what the power can be in terms of innovation. It allows you to bridge this gap. It is the ability, in my opinion, to catch what I call market transitions. People often ask what has been unique about Cisco. We're customer-driven, but what we focus on is not the competition, but catching market transitions, both technology and business in the market. And when you think about it, it's never occurred at a faster pace than it is right now. We just recently did a survey for students around the world, and it talks about how important virtual access to the internet has become to them. A third of the college students, if they had a choice between owning a car or being on the internet, would say, I'd rather be on the internet and have access to the internet. When you think about what this means, a third of the college students are really saying the availability of network to connect to any content that they want is as basic as food and water and shelter. And something that I probably would have struggled with, 40% of college students would rather be on the internet, communicating through the internet, than being out on a date or hanging out with friends. Now, what this points out is how quickly things are changing. And it's important for great companies or great universities, and make no mistake about it, you're among the world's elite here, to know that all of us have to change. In fact, the most difficult organization to change is often those who've been most successful. That's why I become so excited about what you're doing today. It's knowing how to change and knowing when to change in a culture that adapts to change, that separates you from your peers. For those students in the audience, a couple words of advice. I was asked to make my key comments in terms of if I were a student now or giving advice to the students in terms of their future or lessons learned in life, what would be some of the key takeaways? The first one would be treat people like you'd like to be treated yourself. As basic as that says, that's how we treat our employees at Cisco. That's also how we treat our customers. Secondly, you don't learn a lot when you talk. The importance of listening and learning how to do that very effectively. Third is take risk. If you're not taking risk, you never get ahead in life. And you'll learn more about your setbacks than you will your actual successes. Deal with life the way it is, and learn that probably it will determine your future as an individual or as a company more about how you deal with those challenges than actually how you handle your successes. My parents, who are both doctors, taught me a long time ago, education was the equalizer in life. What's exciting today is it's now education and the access to pervasive video through the internet that are the equalizers in life. And as you're successful, let me encourage you to give back. First, it's the right thing to do. It's example for others, but you can make a huge difference. We're proud very much of being a small part of the BITS team, and literally what you're doing from a leadership and alumni perspective, I think is an example for the rest of the world. Cisco Partners from Life, we partner all the time. We believe it is the differentiator in terms of how organizations can work together and bring the power of collaborative groups to really change the world. Congratulations once again. I want to thank you and continue to challenge you for your leadership. Enjoy the day.